coming to town. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
It is my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you to Santa Monica College La Mode 89 Fashion Show. What you will see tonight is the culmination of a year's work for these aspiring designers enrolled in the Santa Monica College Fashion Design Department. Their experience levels are varied, but I feel each designer has tapped into their own potential for fashion and what it might hold for them in the future. The student designers have used their technical knowledge as well as their expertise and creative skills to ensure that this step into a professional environment will be as exciting for you as it is for them. The judging of designs took place on the Santa Monica College campus on May 10th. The winners were announced for the first time this evening. Our distinguished judges based their decision on originality, design, fit, and construction. This year, we have been very fortunate to have the backing of some of the sponsors, leaders in the fashion industry. They have given their time, expertise, and financial support, making it possible for us to bring to you La Mode 89. Thank you.
Ese amor llega así, de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo le dan sabana, porque es muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega así, de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Amor de amor del pasado. Ven, Belén, ven, Belén, ven, Belén, ven, ven, Belén, ven, Belén. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. No te da perdón de Dios. Tú eres mi vida, la fortuna del destino. El destino del desamparado. Lo mismo ya callé, lo mismo soy yo. No te encuentro lavando. Eres posible, no te encuentro de verdad. Por eso un día lo encuentro así de nada. Lo mismo ya callé, lo pienso en ti. Bambolea, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bambolea, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así.
Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could. Little things I should have said and done, I never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my You are on my mind, and in my dreams I should have stopped to make you see you are always. I worked so hard, I thought you knew. My love, I did it all for you.
I never really had the time. I
Guess you couldn't read my mind. You were always.
Dictation been forced in Afghanistan. Revolution in South Africa taking a stand. People in Eurasia on the brink of oppression. I hope it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the music plays forever on and on and on and on. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be alright. Generations will come and go.
stop telling me the same story. Today you say today you're here. Tomorrow you say you're gone, and you're not come back. If there is no love in your heart, oh now, there will never be hope for you. Tomorrow people, where is your best? Tomorrow people, how long will you last?
It crashes in all around. It gets in. Now take your hands and raise them up into the air. That's all around you. Now bring them down like a clock at 2. Shake your head. You know what to do. They wanna put guns in the sky. Someone out there ain't gonna like it. Well, it could be good. Make us love each other. Have to realize our own future. Oh, guns in the sky. 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 Child grows up. See guns in the sky. Used to be on TV. Gonna change. If I got the joke, well, it's great to see when I'm running late. Da da da. Love your hair. Da da da. Lend me a tail. Da da da. I love your big house. Da da da. Just spare time when I'm sick of it. It's a load of shit. We can stop the world and let off our fools and let them go live with the guns in the sky. 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 yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does, yeah, that's okay, yeah. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're my kind. I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. How do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't take it all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You are my kind. Oh. I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. So how do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't take it all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. How do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't take it all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. So slide over here.
Spider-Man comes softly through the shadow of the evening sun, stealing past the windows of the blissfully looking for the vintage shimmery champagne, searching out in the gathering gloom, and suddenly movement in the corner of the room, and there is nothing I can do. I realize before that Spider-Man is having me for dinner tonight. So quietly nods, shaking his head, creeps closer now, closer to the foot of the bed, and softer than a shadow and curly thighs. His arms are around me and is turning my eyes. Still calm and quiet now, my precious boy. Don't struggle like that, I will only love you. But it's much too late to get away. Turn on the light. The Spider-Man is having you.
Somewhere, baby, that you're wrong, that you don't know the way.
it is my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you to Santa Monica College La Mode 89 Fashion Show. What you will see tonight is the culmination of a year's work for these aspiring designers enrolled in the Santa Monica College Fashion Design Department. Their experience levels are varied, but I feel each designer has tapped into their own potential for fashion and what it might hold for them in the future. The student designers have used their technical knowledge as well as their expertise and creative skills to ensure that this step into a professional environment will be as exciting for you as it is for them. The judging of designs took place on the Santa Monica College campus on May 10th. The winners were announced for the first time this evening. Our distinguished judges based their decision on originality, design, fit, and construction. This year, we have been very fortunate to have the backing of some of the sponsors, leaders in the fashion industry. They have given their time, expertise, and financial support, making it possible for us to bring to you La Mode 89. Thank you. I didn't think I was going to lose my voice still. At this time, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Paul Resnick, President of Cordovan and Gray. Let's welcome Mr. Resnick.
Good evening, students, parents, friends, and relatives, and thank you, Foreshte, for another opportunity to speak to this enthusiastic and excited turnout of supporters. Very shortly, you will be seeing something wonderful happen. You will play an important role in the lives of all of these bright, energetic, and committed young people who have labored lovingly to create and present to you their interpretations of how we should dress our public image. For most of our designers, this evening is a first, a step out seeking acknowledgement and recognition. In painstaking detail, they have colored, fabricated, styled, and stitched their way through problem after problem, knowing with eager anticipation that they will pull it off. Egos on the line, yet with self-assurance that they will win the embrace and accolades of a menacing public. For those of you who have not had the harrowing experience of putting your creative self under the microscope, I assure you it's frightening. I've been in the apparel industry all my working life, and in 25 years in menswear, I've been privileged to be close to many of the major fashion movements and consequently to a number of the primary forces in design. Without dulling the competitive edge of tonight's participants, I assure you that the odds of being discovered in the fashion universe are greater than most other glamour industries. However, on the plus side, there are thousands of undiscovered, very talented people prospering and growing professionally in the various apparel, accessory, and retail companies around the world. Our objective tonight is to provide encouragement to these young, enterprising designers, for encouragement is the vital fluid from which creativity emerges. Tenacity, perseverance, and the willingness to put that precious ego on the line is the muscle that is needed to fend off defeat and disappointment. The creative spirit enriches our lives as each of us experiences acknowledgement and success. It is in this spirit which serves our industry and energizes it. We are not peddling bearskins. Our efforts create commerce measured in billions of dollars. Dressing is big business. Our industry is sophisticated in its production environment and utilizes advanced technologies to bring affordable products to consumers in a diverse and complex marketplace. None of this can achieve the desired result, however, without the cloth, pattern, color, and style elements. In an environment where conceptualization and innovation are crucial, it is ideas which win the day. Ideas nurtured by sensitive, searching minds are the fruit of the fashion tree. As you experience tonight's presentation, imagine what it would be like to be at an important event where you were wearing your favorite ensemble. You'd be noticed and admired for your taste and sense of fashion. That could be a very special time in your life, one that will be etched in your memory always. Open yourselves to the freedom of looking your best and feeling good about it. Capture the spirit of these fashion innovators. That is what they are really striving for, and that, as they say, is what it is all about. Our industry needs their talent. Please give them your support so that they may dream their dreams. Thank you so very much.
I don't think anyone could say it better than he does. Okay, our second speaker is Mr. Martin Wixman. He's the president of Martin Inc., pattern making, grading, and marketing.
Good evening. My name, as you just heard, is Martin Wixman, and I own and operate the oldest computerized pattern making and grading service in Southern California. Tonight, I represent the back room of the apparel industry, the pattern makers, the graders, and the marker makers. As a third-generation pattern maker, I witnessed and took part in the birth of a revolution that is still sweeping through the apparel industry. I'm referring to the computer revolution. In 1960, when I arrived in Southern California, pattern making, grading, and marking was still an art. As the architect of the garment, the pattern maker had to be part artist to interpret the style, part engineer to make the garment simple to construct, and part physicist to understand what can and cannot be achieved, and very, very patient with everyone. For those of you who are still not quite familiar with what we do, allow me to explain. To settle on the right look for a garment, the designer will create a sample and a first pattern. Once this is approved for production, it's up to the pattern maker to develop a production pattern, one that will incorporate all the current and necessary production methods, yet still retaining all the designer's original style. The grader is the person who calculates and adjusts the pattern for the various sizes. Some grading increments are as refined as 1/64th of an inch, so this is extremely critical. Marking refers to working out the most efficient layout for the pattern pieces on the manufacturer's fabric. With rising costs of quality fabrics, the marker maker must determine the most efficient usage of the fabric to minimize the waste when the fabric is cut. The people in the back room can make or break a manufacturer. An ill-fitting pattern, simple mathematical errors in grading, bad scheduling in production. These are some of the things that can add up to late deliveries and badly fitting garments. And buyers are very quick to return merchandise. These days we're living in a fast food era, and the clothing industry seems to be following suit. It has to be right, it has to be now, and the standards are high. One seldom gets a second chance. Today's computers have grabbed the apparel industry by the lapels and are here to stay. Thanks to companies like IBM and Gerber, some of the tedium has been eliminated from the back room, along with some of the old problems we used to face. But now, along with our other skills, we must also be computer literate. The increasing use of computers to create and assemble garments has caused a shift in the necessary skills a successful technician must possess. It's no longer